Hello, everyone. This is Eddie Reyes with Jurex Bar Prep. And today we are going to talk about duty and negligence. And here we go. By the way, I want to say that this is very important because when we talk about duty, it's at the top, right, of the negligence elements. Because we have, let's look, we have a duty, breach, causation, defenses. So a duty, that starts off the discussion. So you want to make a good impression. Now I do have here the Jurex cheat sheet templates, but the letter is small. So let's just go ahead and make this bigger. What I did was I just transferred it on to a different platform, Google Docs here. Okay, so this is the big picture here. We have, of course, I already mentioned the elements: duty, breach, causation, damages, and absence of defenses. Okay. So we're going to focus on a duty. Now, I do want to say this. This is not a complex topic, but many people make it a complex topic, okay? Don't. Now, I am going to show you some actual answers, some essays that received a 70 from the California State Bar. And these are from baressays.com, which means they are property of baressays.com. And I am going to show you an answer that received a 55, which is not passing. It's not a passing answer. And I'm going to pinpoint what the 70 answer, which is great. That's a great score, what they did right. And also I'm going to show what the 55 response, what they did wrong. Okay. So let's jump into this. So we have a duty. This is the black letter law. I don't want to get too much into this. Right, but we do have a majority and minority view. And of course, we have Cardozo as the majority view and Andrews as the minority. So I don't want to get too much into this, but one of the main elements is foreseeable, right? We have that here. And so they have to be within the zone of danger. Okay, in Andrews, there's a duty of care that is owed to everyone. Now, before we look at the model responses, even though it's a 55, yes, that's going to be a model response, what not to do. Okay, I want to say this. Well, I want to say several things. Number one is that there is really no certain approach that you should take all the time. Okay, there's more than one way to do this. What you want to do is you want to figure out or just come to a determination of how you want to do it. And I'll show you how I do it. I just break it down. I break it down into 2 paragraphs like this with 2 headings. And even though that might be a little longer because sometimes I can lump the responses, it keeps me organized. I don't have to worry about, okay, should I lump them, this and that. My mind is just, okay, I just black letter law there, Cardozo majority, right, duty, foreseeable, zone of danger. I'm typing, and meanwhile I'm thinking about the analysis, and it doesn't take me too long. That's the important thing. And the other thing, too, that I want you to keep in mind is that the element of foreseeability. Okay, that appears twice. It's gonna appear here under a duty, and it's gonna appear under causation, proximate causation. Okay, so the reason I say that is because you should not discuss a lengthy argument under a duty. If you see that foreseeability is an issue in the hypothetical, save that for causation. Why? Because this happens. Okay, this is what not to do. Sometimes there are examinees that will spend an extensive amount of time discussing Cardozo. They'll say, okay, duty, the plaintiff will say that the duty is owed. However, the defendant will say that the duty is not owed because the person was not within the zone of danger, whatever. It'll just be a long argument. But that's a waste of time. It's a waste of time. Why is it a waste of time? Because on the other hand, right, the plaintiff can just say, hey, look, under Andrews, the duty of care is owed to all. So the person just spent, 10 minutes there? No, it's not a good use of time. The point is, keep these discussions brief under duty. Let's look at the 70 response now. This is from February 2019 California bar exam. As you can see, they received a 70. They go into the black letter law here, negligence, duty. They do mention Cardozo. They mention Andrews. And then they go into the facts here, right? But look at the element here, foreseeability, foreseeable plaintiff. And then they attach that to the facts. Quick discussion, move in, move out. It says, thus, either under Cardozo or Andrews, the defendant owed a duty of care to the plaintiff, Carol. See, quick discussion. Now, let's look at that 55. We'll just put this away. This is a 55, again, from February 2019. They received a 55. And here they go into the black letter law, right? Carol's claim against Dan, the defendant. And they go into the black letter law. Let's see what it says for duty. She must show that D had a duty to her. That's not very extensive. Of course, you don't see the distinction between Cardozo and Andrews. And then they start the discussion here, right? But by that time, even if they don't state a rule statement there, it's kind of difficult to follow the argument. It says here, D had a duty to C because D was a dog breeder. He held himself up as someone who conducts business. As you can see, there is no mention about foreseeability there, so that's not going on the right path. Then they go on to a different discussion. It says D owed a duty to C as a licensee invitee. Now you see what they're doing there? They are overlapping the issues. Keep the issues separate. That licensee invitee, that goes under the standard of care. So that's a whole different topic there. It's not under duty. The point is, keep these discussions clear. Use the element, usually foreseeability, make it a quick discussion. And if you feel that you have to lump them together, then do so, just like the 70 response did. Or if you feel you want to discuss them separately, do so very quickly. Whichever way you do it, just get into the pattern, right? Get into that, even I would call it a habit. Okay, just write the heading, quick rule, quick analysis, and move on. Hope this video helped. Hope you enjoyed it. Until soon.